live. I think we're live. Yeah, I think we're live. Trying to check on TikTok and see if also we're live over there. Okay, let's see if we're live on TikTok too. Yeah, it seems we are also live on TikTok. Yeah, we're live on TikTok. We're live on the face on YouTube also. This is Global Football View. You know the vibes already on the channel. We talk all things football, and this is a match round-up show where we take a look at the games that took place over the course of the Saturday games in the English Premier League, Italian Serie A, Premier La Liga, the French League One, and also subsequent league in the world. We are going to dive through the result and the games that went through all out the week and the talking point over the course of the weekend. If you're new to the channel, please like this video. If you've not subscribed yet to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel as we dive through the games over the course of the weekend. Where are we going to stop? First of all, we're going to stop at the Anfield. We're going to stop at Anfield where Liverpool return back to winning ways after a lot of subsequent and back-to-back loss. And currently Liverpool won their game at the weekend. Liverpool returned back to winning ways as they won their game by 2-0. Mohamed Salah back-to-back goal scoring for Liverpool as they defeated Aston Villa by 2-0. It was surprising for me to see Arne Slot return back to the old guard, return back to the likes of Robertson, McAllister, Soboslai kind of midfield. Bradley was playing at right back in that game. They won that game by 2-0. And Liverpool currently, as the table will tell you, now seats above Spurs, who lost their game to Chelsea. We're going to talk on that game to Liverpool now. On 17 points behind, just some few points behind Arsenal, 7 points precisely behind Arsenal. Arsenal, on the other hand, continued their impressive start to the season as they defeated Burnley by 2-0 goals by Vitor Gyökeres and Declan Rice. Saw Arsenal winning that game by 2-0 to retain their place at the summit of the English Premier League table. Arsenal also had the injury crisis in that game as Vitor Gyökeres was substituted at halftime. I think the manager was saying, Mikel Arteta saying he had a muscular knee, that's why he took him at halftime. Zubimendi also was substituted in that game as a precaution for a muscular injury also. That's Arsenal keeping 9 clean sheets over this season after playing 13 matches during the course of the season. 10 Premier League games during the Champions League, 2 in the EFL Cup, and that's 13 clean sheets or 12 clean sheets this season for Arsenal in all competition. Arsenal keep 7 straight clean sheets, the first time that happened since 1991. And another set piece goal for Arsenal in this game. A lot of media attention have been drawn towards set piece for Arsenal, but I don't think Arsenal fans should be worried about that, because what you want to see is your team doing the best to get all 3 points in the games they will be playing. So, as you have it, people, the games are coming thick and fast, and the international break is coming very soon, where a lot of international players will be representing their countries very soon. Mohamed Salah, what do we say about the man? He's scoring back-to-back game for the first time this season after going a lot of games without scoring for Liverpool. Today in the English Premier League, Manchester City will be taking on Bournemouth in the game today. Bournemouth, who are currently third in the league table, second in the league table, just behind Arsenal. We'll be taking on uh, we'll be taking on Arsenal. Sorry, we're taking on Manchester City. Manchester City will be looking on to bounce back from the defeat against Aston Villa, which happened just recently in their last game, as Marty Cash goals see Manchester City losing to Aston Villa in that game. So a lot of talk has been said about the league title. Who is going to win the league title? Is it going to be Arsenal? Is it going to be Manchester City? Is it going to be Liverpool? Or is it going to be Bournemouth? Bournemouth, who have been impressive this season with the likes of Antoine Semenyo, who has been scoring back-to-back games and putting in good performances in the Bournemouth shirts. A lot of talk has been said about the transfer for Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth. Let's see how that's going to pan out in the January transfer window or even the summer transfer window. Chelsea defeated Tottenham by 1-0 goal by Joao Pedro. The new White Hart Lane seems like the second home of Chelsea because it seems to be winning every game whenever they play at the new White Hart Lane. Tottenham, on the other hand, who was fourth in the league table, finally seeing themselves losing that game to Chelsea back-to-back after an error for Mickey Van der Ven in the game. Moses Caicedo was impressive in that game, and the manager was coming out to say that Moses Caicedo and Rodri are the best two defensive midfielders in the world. I don't think I share in that sentiment, but let me know in the comment section. Do you think Moses Caicedo is the best Premier League midfielder in the world? Let me know in the comment section. I want to get your thought on that. If you're joining the live stream, please remember to tap on your screen and like this video. If you've not subscribed yet to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. And as we dive into the games that took place over the course of yesterday's games, this is a match round-up show where we're going to take a look at all the games that took place in the English top flight and German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, La Liga, and the French League One, as we dive through all the games that went through throughout the weekend. Let's take you through the result from the English Premier League as it happens yesterday. From the English Premier League, let me a second, please, as we go through the result that happened yesterday. Brighton defeated Leeds United by 3-0. As I said earlier, Burnley were defeated at home by Arsenal by 2-0. Crystal Palace defeated Brentford by 2-0. João-Philippe Mateta was on the score sheet, while Fulham defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are yet to win any game this season, and relegation, it seems like, is knocking on their door. Manchester United will head to a 2-2 draw by Nottingham Forest. Manchester United Strand, I don't know when you're going to cut your hair, because at the moment right now, I thought you're close to cutting your hair, but this draw you had yesterday seems like the next time there's a hope for you to cut your hair will be against Burnley. That should be in December. United Strand, I'm so sorry, as Manchester United drew that game by 2-2. Tottenham, as I said earlier, were defeated at home by Chelsea, as Chelsea won that game by 1-0. And the last game of the day was Aston Villa being defeated by Liverpool. Goal for Mohamed Salah, and Gravenberch saw them win that game. And the league table currently stand with Arsenal sitting on 25 points at the top of the league table. Bournemouth 18 points in second. Liverpool 18 points in second and third, while Tottenham in fourth position with just 17 points. Chelsea sees herself with 17 points also in fifth position. Manchester United are 7th. Manchester City are 8th. In the relegation zone, we see Nottingham Forest sitting there with 6 points from 18 in the league table. In 19, we see West Ham in 19, while Wolverhampton Wanderers sit 20 in the league table. There you have it, people. And today we'll be having a lot of some few games today in the English Premier League. As West Ham will be taking on Newcastle United. West Ham will be looking on to win a game for the very first time in a long time, while Manchester City will be taking on Bournemouth in today's game. And from the French League One, Paris Saint-Germain left it late yesterday as they defeated Nice by 1-0. That game seems like going into a stalemate, but Paris Saint-Germain find a way to win that game in the 94th minute as they ran away with all 3 points. And from that game, Monaco, on the other hand, were defeated at home by Paris FC, as Paris FC defeated them by 1-0. While Marseille and Auxerre played out a 1-0 win for Marseille, with 2 players being sent off in that game in the Marseille versus Auxerre match. And the league table in the French League 1 currently see Paris Saint-Germain on 24 points at first position, while Marseille sits second with 22 points. And Monaco third with 20 points. Strasbourg, on the other hand, will be playing today. We're playing Reims today as they sit on 4th place in the league table. Lyon finally sees himself in the 5th position, where the last Champions League qualification spot. And the relegation zone seen Lorient at 16th with 9 points so far this season, after they played at a draw in their game. Lorient will be taking on Lens today in that game. Auxerre, who were defeated at home by Marseille, see themselves sitting 17th, while Metz are currently 18 in the league table. Thank you guys for liking the video, and also thank you for the gift. JC Perez, thank you for the gift which you just sent to me. I really do appreciate it. And let's take you through the games that we'll be taking on today in the French League 1. The French League 1 is so hot right now. The league table in the French League 1 is really dicey at the moment. You just can't take your eyes off the game, and you just can't take your eyes off the games that we'll be taking on. Reims will be taking on Strasbourg today, while Lens will be taking on Lorient. Lille will be taking on Angers, and Nantes will be taking on Metz, while Toulouse will be taking on Le Havre. Brest will be taking on Lyon in the game that will be taken on today in the French League 1. Like this video for me, and share to your friends and loved ones as we move on to the German Bundesliga, where Eintracht Frankfurt and Hendenheim played out a 1-1 draw. Eintracht Frankfurt, who seems not to be able to keep clean sheets in 6 straight games now this season. They have not been able to keep a clean sheet in their games. Hendenheim, who see themselves in a very delicate position at the moment in the league, and the relegation seems like it's calling them. I don't know if they're going to get relegated. Let's see how it pans out. That match ended in a 1-1 draw between Heidenheim and Eintracht Frankfurt, while Mainz and Werder Bremen played out a 1-1 draw also. Leipzig defeated Stuttgart by 3-1, while St. Pauli at home, we are defeated by Borussia Mönchengladbach by 4-0. Union Berlin and Freiburg played out a goalless draw, while Bayern Munich, who rested a lot of players in the game, the likes of Harry Kane, Michael Olise, and Diaz, were all on the bench as the Bayern Munich defeated Bayer Leverkusen by 3-0. As it stands right now, Bayern Munich are currently the only team in Europe top flight, playing all their games in the league and winning all games. Played 9 games so far this season and have won 9 games, scored 33 goals and conceded just 4 goals, and it sits 27 points in the league table, while in the first place, while RB Leipzig now under 22 points with 5 points behind the league leaders after they defeated Stuttgart yesterday by 3-1. Dortmund, on the other hand, now are currently third in the league table with 20 points. Stuttgart are fourth with 18 points. And the relegation don't seem Mönchengladbach in 16th, while Metz are currently in 17th. What Odium, who I say the relegation seems like it's calling them, are currently in 18th position. A lot of Champions League games will be taking place this week, and hopefully the Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, and Eintracht Frankfurt, who are currently in the Champions League, can make their country proud. Moving on to the Italian Serie A, where Udinese defeated Atalanta by 1-0. I can tell you for a fact, I'm happy that Udinese defeated Atalanta, because Atalanta is that team which the whole world, the betting world, has actually laid a cross on. Because Atlanta, if you know what they did to people in the Champions League week against Slavia Prague, you know why I'm so excited that they lost that game. I'm not trying to badmouth them, but I'm trying to tell you that whenever Atlanta loses game from now henceforth, I will be celebrating their loss. I will be celebrating their draw, and I'll be celebrating everything that goes bad for Atlanta because of what they've done to boys and what they've done to the streets. Napoli, on the other hand, played at a goalless draw with Como. Como, who had a chance through the penalty spot to win that game, where Morata missed a penalty in that game, and the match ended in a goalless draw. A surprising game. A lot of people thought that game would have at least 2 goals in that game, but the game ended in a goalless draw. Juventus, on the other hand, defeated Cremonese by 2-1. Juventus, who have a new coach at the moment, see them winning that game by 2-1. And let's take you to the league table on the Italian Serie A. Who is leading the league table? Let me tell you, currently Napoli still sit top of the league table after playing 10 games, 7 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. For Napoli, AS Roma will be taking on AC Milan today in one of the blockbuster matches as they take on the league table. Inter Milan also are currently 10 in the league table. AC Milan are 4th in the league table, while Juventus hold the latter Champions League qualification spot in 5th in the relegation zone. See Verona with just 5 points after 9 games, 5 draws, 4 losses for Verona, while Fiorentina are currently in 19th in the league table, where Genoa are currently 20th in the league table with just 3 points after 9 matches. Their manager and the Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira parted ways with Genoa this week as they also were defeated. Sorry, they'll be taking on Sassuolo today, and that match I don't think I can see anything other than a Sassuolo win for in that game. Okay, my people, that's all from okay. Well, let me give you the features from the Italian Serie A today. The features from the Italian Serie A, we see Verona take on Inter Milan, Fiorentina taking on Leeds, Torino taking on Pisa, Parma taking on Bologna, while AC Milan will be taking on AS Roma. Don't forget, AS Roma are in a very tough form this season, so that match is going to be a blockbuster game. Do well to watch that game on Super Sport 6 as that game will be taken on at 7:45 p.m. Ghana time. And that's all from the Italian Serie A as we move to the Spanish La Liga, where Villarreal defeated Rayo Vallecano by 4-0 yesterday. One of the misses you will see this season came in that game as Nicolas Pepe missed an open and clear-cut chances to give them the lead in that game, but he missed the game. He missed a clear goal-scoring opportunity in that game. I don't think the manager will be happy with Nicolas Pepe for missing that clear goal chance he did that game. But luckily for them, they won that game by 4-0. I don't think the manager will be too hard on him. Atletico de Madrid defeated Sevilla by 3-0, while Real Sociedad defeated Atletico Bilbao by 3-2. Real Madrid, on the other hand, defeated Valencia by 4-0. Kylian Mbappe scoring a brace in that game as they won that game. Moving on. Just a moment, people. As we move on, we are moving on. Just a moment, people. As they won that yesterday from the Turkish League, Galatasaray were head to a goalless draw by Trabzonspor. Trabzonspor seeing a player sent off in that game, and currently Victor Osimhen was unable to score in that game, and Victor Osimhen has been on a red hot form, which Nigeria will be needing him in the qualifying series, and that will be taking on next week after this week round of game. Okay, my people. Where do we go from here? We go from here to the news that took place over the course of the week. And this is a week roundup. If you do not like this video already, please do like this video. This is a 30-minute show where we're going to take through the games that went on over the course of the week. And Liverpool, like I said, are back to winning ways. Arsenal still sitting on the top of the table with a win yesterday against Burnley, while today Manchester City will be taking on Antoine Semenyo Bournemouth in the very, very intense game that we'll be taking on today. Yeah, my people, I think we've covered up a lot of the talking points already. And today, after the game, because we'll see if we can go live, or we'll see if we can go live on the Manchester City and Bournemouth game. But like this video, if you like this video, let me know in the comment section, what do you think the score prediction is going to be between Manchester City and Bournemouth? I want you to know in the comment section. Let me know